Do you like all things banana? Do you like banana cake, banana pies, banana breads, banana pudding, anything banana? If you do, I have the perfect banana dessert for you. Hey garden friends, it's Chris, here from Gardening at the Simongetti North, here in central northern lower Michigan. And today I've been just kind of working on my gardens. The weeds have been like out of control. Oh my gosh, with all the rain that we've been having lately. And oh my God, the humidity. I think the humidity is finally starting to go down today, but it's still really hot. I was out weeding my garden, working on the beans section, and watered it really good. And I don't know, I just feel like I haven't had enough time to do videos like I have, last year and the year before. But I'm trying to get out what I can. I do work 40 hours a week, so I do this in my spare time. This is my hobby. So I thought today I would show you how to make a banana bread brownie dessert. It's one of my favorites. I've been making it for quite a few years now. I think I got the recipe off of Pinterest. I don't remember whose it was. It's not my recipe, but it's very delicious, very moist, and very banana-y, if that's even a word. So why don't we go inside and I'll show you how to make it. Okay, to make this banana bread brownies with frosting, you will need 1 cup of sour cream, 1.5 cups of sugar, granulated sugar, 1/2 cup of unsalted butter at room temperature, or if your butter is salted, omit the salt that is in the recipe later. We need 2 eggs. I've got eggs from Heather from the Needy Homesteader we'll be using for this recipe. I need 4 ripe mashed bananas, so we're going to get those mashed, and then pure vanilla extract, and then 2 cups of flour and 3/4 teaspoon of salt if you have unsalted butter. So if you have salted butter, forget the salt. And also 1/2 cup of chopped walnuts if you like walnuts in your brownies. I don't really like nuts in my brownies, so we won't be doing the nuts. And then there's a brown butter frosting that goes on top of this. So we'll go ahead and start getting this going. It requires a 15 by 10 jelly roll pan, greased and floured. So you can either use like a Crisco grease or you can use butter. I did use Crisco grease, I happen to have that. And then I lightly floured. Looks like there's still some more flour I need to get out of there. So we'll get that out. And I'll go ahead and get the bananas mashed, and we'll start putting this together. So we'll go ahead and get these bananas mashed up. I had bought these when the grandkids were here and they didn't eat them all, so I need to get them mashed. All right, the oven is preheated to 375. All right, let me clean this up. We'll be right back. All right, we'll go ahead and mash these up real quick. Mash them up really good. They can have a little bit of chunks in them. They don't need to be completely pureed, but oops, got a little carried away there. All right, that looks pretty good. Kind of just mash them up like you were gonna make banana bread or banana pancakes or whatever you make with bananas. All right, so that's what it looks like. Okay, so in a large bowl, we want to beat together the sugar, sour cream, butter, and eggs until they're creamy. So let's go ahead and we'll get the sugar in. That was 1.5 cups of sugar. Eyeball it out. Looks good. The sour cream I already measured out. There's 1 cup of sour cream in here. Here's the 1 stick of butter. It has been softened to room temperature. Put that in. And then Heather's eggs from Needy Homesteader. Aren't they just whoops. Aren't these just the most beautiful eggs? All right, I need 2. Take one of these. I like to put them in a little bowl first to make sure that the eggs are fine before I put them in. I've heard of people ruining a whole recipe because something was bad with the eggs. So we need 2 eggs. 2. All right, let me go get my mixer and we'll get this mixed up. Go ahead and get this mixed up. I'm going to mix this up until it's creamy. Okay, next we're going to add the bananas. Vanilla extract. So I need 2 teaspoons. Blend the bananas and the vanilla extract. All right, that's mixed pretty good. All right. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. 1 teaspoon going in. All right, and then next we have 2 cups of flour. Let me get a knife to level that off. There's 1 cup. There's 2 cups. Now it says to blend for 1 minute. We're going to do it on low because we don't need flour everywhere. And then once I get it mostly blended, then I'll just finish hand blending it to make sure all the flour is blended. Oops. All right, I'm going to take that off and then hand stir the rest. All right, that looks mixed pretty good. Okay, if you want to add walnuts, this is when you would add your walnuts if you like them. Then after you add your walnuts and stir it, we're going to pour this into this jelly roll pan and spread it evenly. Just put all the batter on this pan. Into the corners. Oops, clean that spot. Okay. Okay, so this is ready to go in the oven at 375 in a preheated oven for 20 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven, and then I'm going to check it probably at 15 because my oven runs hot. So, and then you'll want to test it, toothpick, insert it in the middle, comes out clean, we're done. So let me go ahead and get this in the oven, and then we'll work on getting the frosting made while this is cooking. Hey, Squeak. Okay, for the frosting recipe, we needed a half a cup of salted butter, which needed to be cooked and boiled. I'll show you a picture in the corner of how to brown the butter. And then we need 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 3 tablespoons of milk. My milk went bad, so I'm going to use cream. I think maybe 1.5 of cream and 1.5 of water. That should thin it out. And then 3 to 3.5 cups of powdered sugar. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this brown butter here in the pan. In my bowl, there was a little bit of water in there yet from me cleaning it, so that might be why it was sizzling. Okay, I just checked it, and it needs to go the extra 5 minutes. It was definitely not worth bringing over to show you the toothpick test because it was definitely raw in the middle yet. So let me move my dog. Let's see here. So we'll go ahead and add the powdered sugar. Oh shoot, I forgot my cup. All right, where were we? Let's go ahead and get the 3 cups of powdered sugar. I'm only going to do 3. If I remember correctly, this makes a lot of frosting. And when you put it on, you put the frosting on warm so it's easier to spread, but it just seems like there's a lot more because it's more like a glaze instead of a frosting. So it's kind of more runny. Over there, and then the vanilla, it's 1.5 teaspoons. There's 1. There's 1/2. What did I say? Teaspoon. All right, so I was going to do a teaspoon of cream, a teaspoon of water. Oops. All right, let's mix that up first and see how it does. Do another teaspoon of cream, another teaspoon of water. How the frosting is brown. want it kind of like a glaze, so it's runny. This looks like it's perfect consistency. And I got the 1-minute warning on the brownies, so let me go get those and we'll see what they look like. All right, here's the brownies. It looks a little lopsided. My oven isn't, must not be level or something. But let's check, because this whole middle was pretty runny yet. Yep, it's clean. All right. Toothpick test is clean. So we're gonna let this cool down just a little bit because it's really, really hot. Maybe about 15 minutes, and then we'll put the glaze on and show you what it looks like when it's all frosted. Testing. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put the frosting on. That smells good. Only if you could smell it. Holy cow. These are good for a potluck, you know, because it makes a lot, you know, this big tray. Picnics. Or if you just have a sweet tooth like I do today, and I had 4 bananas that were getting ripe and needed something to be done with them. So I thought, well, I would make a video and show you how I make them. Been making them for a few years now. Can't remember where I found the recipe, if it was on Pinterest or a cookbook. I put the recipe on a Word document on my computer so I can always get to it when I need to. Definitely easier moving this around while the cake is still warm. Kind of goes off the edge a little bit when it's warm, but that's all right. You can easily clean it up, right? And then it just kind of glazes on there. Isn't that? And there you have it. Banana frosted brownies. Banana bread frosted brownies. So I'm going to go ahead and let this cool, and then I will finish this video up with a little taste test at the end. And yeah, I think you'll like it. Everyone should try it. So that recipe seemed pretty easy, right? It was pretty easy, and you know, you just got to kind of watch it. If your oven's a little bit hotter, you might want to back it down a couple minutes instead of the 20 minutes. I did 15, but it still looked kind of raw in the middle, but then I added another 5, and I think it just got it just perfect. So let me show you. I said I would show you a piece of the cake, so I'm going to put it up here because I've already did the taste test and showed you the cake, but I had no volume on my video. So check it out up here, and it shows you how delicious it looks, how moist it is, and yeah, so that's what it looked like in the end. And I just wanted to show you, this is my new merch. I've got shirts, aprons, and mugs, coffee mugs. So definitely check that out in my channel. It's new. I've never had merch before, so this is kind of cool. So anyway, I just wanted to thank you for stopping by my channel. I really appreciate all of you that support my channel, and when you have time to watch my videos, that you watch them and comment, and I really do appreciate it. I do read all the comments, and I try to respond to every single comment so far. So my channel's still very small, and that's okay. And that allows me to be more personable to all of you. Again, I really thank you for stopping by and supporting my channel. Live, love, laugh, and garden. I'll have some garden tours coming up soon, moon garden and vegetable garden. So definitely keep an eye out for those. God bless.